My video for March the 11th, 2019 is video number 3021. The title is My New Computer is Messed Up at Opera. And no, I'm not talking about some opera singing thing. Here's the blurb. Opera has been my preferred browser for some time. All of a sudden, it would not work on my newer computer. I tried to uninstall and reinstall it several times unsuccessfully. I made all sorts of changes to my computer, trying to get it work right again. I even had a computer tech friend come over and try to fix things. He suggested that I use my older and slower computer. Both use Windows 7 operating system. I finally got the newest version of Acronis True Image to make a clean backup. That's this product. And I think I showed that on another video. Anyway, back to the blurb. Well, it stalls at Opera. Should I be surprised? Opera is the only one that has a built-in ad blocker. That's what I want. I hate pop-up ads. They are a nuisance. Anyway, I guess I will have to buy a new laptop, which is not easy since I do not want Windows 10. 7 works best for me. Am I being forced to spend what little savings I have as my backup to handle car repairs that seem all too frequent on my 2001 Hyundai? Who knows? I sure wish the long-promised RV would happen to get the world moving in a direction that would free us from the tyranny of elite demons that our loving God has allowed to run this world for eons with their money system that is just paper backed by nothing of value. Yes, I'm not going to actually talk much about the computer issues. Hopefully, I will find a solution. And even if I've got to spend a few $100s, I don't know. Finding a Windows 7 computer is the big challenge. I mean, Windows 10s are easy to get. And if I could, I'd get one that runs on a different operating system than Windows or Mac. I mean, I don't want either one of them. Mac is, people that are Mac prefers will not like this, but Mac is the one that Windows copied to invade people's privacy. Mac was the one that invented the spying apparatus. At least that's what I've read. Now, Mac users may totally disagree with that. That's fine. I'm not going to argue the point. There's no point in butting heads over operating systems. Perhaps there's no point in butting heads over anything. It's all going to come out the way it's going to come out. I sure wish, though, that the RV would actually happen and put money into the hands of visionaries who want to help lift people out of poverty instead of suppressing people and keeping humanity in poverty and reducing the world's population, according to the Georgia Guidestones, to a manageable 500 million people, which means they want a lot of us to die as quickly as they possibly can. And they want to do it as subtly as they can. And who are they? They are, from my point of view, they are the demons, the fallen angels that have infiltrated humanity a long time ago, eons ago, and messed with our codons so that we are operating with 5% of our codons turned on and 95% known as junk DNA, which simply means they've been deactivated so that we don't have access to our true gifts, talents, and abilities as we were supposed to have. And I've been talking for a long time about a remedy, finding a remedy. And I have friends that are continuously searching for remedies. I have one friend in particular that sends me all sorts of things every time she finds a new remedy. I mean, she's almost going crazy trying to find a way out of the predicament that we're in. What a revolting development this is, Riley used to say, because it's the monetary system, folks, and the people that we call the elite, the ones that have claimed rulership. They've been the kings and the queens. And more recently, even more important than kings and queens, they are the international bankers, the House of Rothschild. Now, some people say, Ron, that's an anti-Semitic remark. No, it's not. The Rothschilds are not Semites. I've talked about that in so many things. They use the term anti-Semitic to try to get people to say, well, you're just being an anti-Semite. You're just a Jew hater. They were not Jews by biblical standards. The tribe of Judah came out of a completely different stock than the Ashkenazis, and the Ashkenazi Jews make up 95% of Jewry in the modern age. The Sephardic Jews are the ones that were the real Jews, and they are akin to the Palestinians, which means they came from the same stock, the same area of the world. That's my understanding. Is it true? I'm not sure what truth is anymore. I'm not sure about lots of things. I've been someone that's willing to think outside the box and look at things that are not considered mainstream. Mainstream to me is the poison. It's the propaganda. Mainstream is simply the elite trying to enslave us all, and I don't want their system. That's why if I could, I'd get off of Windows altogether, and I'd go to one of the alternatives other than Mac or PCs. I'd go to a completely different system. I forgot the name of the one. I know that. Anyway, let it go. It doesn't matter. But I don't know. I don't know how to get that, and I would prefer, if I have to use Windows, I'd prefer to get Windows 7. Windows 7 is a little more reliable. It's better than Windows 8 and 8A. I've had 8A, and I went back to 7 from that. I didn't like it, and I had 10 installed on this computer that I'm making this video on, which is my newest computer. But I didn't like 10 either, and I went right back to, within less than 2 weeks, I went right back to Windows 7. I just didn't like the way 10 worked. I like 7. It's familiar to me. We all like what's familiar, but we've become familiarized with far too many things that just simply are not the way we've been told they are. We've been living on a planet of lies run by liars that have risen to places of prestige and power, but it's false power, it's false prestige. I want the real God to take responsibility for creation, to empower human beings that are loving. What a concept. Not control freaks that only want to enslave everyone but themselves. As long as anyone's enslaved, everyone's enslaved. And that includes the demons. They are a slavery, fallen creation that are not living by any concept of loving one another, but it's about control. It's about greed, and using greed as the primary motivator rather than love as the primary motivator. It's time that we get back to loving, isn't it? That's the way that I see it. Leave me your comments, and I appreciate hearing from you. Thank you for listening, and namaste.